What is going on YouTube? Thank you guys so much once again for joining us tonight, Thursday night at 9:30 on the dot. So make sure you guys, first of all, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Be sure to leave a comment and also press the notification bell so you are notified every time that I post a new video on my channel. As you can see, I have my co-host back with me. Michael, what's going on?
Hello, I'm back and
What's
COVID
going
free.
Yes, absolutely.
Ain't
And
it?
Yes,
Jennifer and Tyrone, we just got back from Myrtle Beach. How are you guys?
What's up,
Getting back
baby?
yes.
into the
Yeah.
no, getting back to the normal everyday whatnot in Atlanta. And so,
Yeah.
Jennifer, start us off with our first topic.
Well, then, that's, wow, that went so fast. But I'm prepared, I guess. Um,
Or not.
First of all, just want to make sure especially being that we're live right now. If you are watching us, please say hello. Let us know who you are, where you watching from, and
Drop a
things of that.
comment.
Where you watching from, and all those good things.
Do it now.
But first, uh, we're going to talk about Lizzo. She on last Friday, she released her newest song called it's Rumors, right, you guys?
Rumors, yes, featuring Cardi B.
Cardi B. And I'll just go ahead and give my opinions on it first.
Oh,
Um, I think it's certainly a Lizzo song. It's Lizzo-esque. So, hey, it's real cute and whatever.
that sound means I don't like it, but it's her thing.
Hey, her thing is her thing. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's
Do
a
your
bad
thing,
thing. I'm not
girl.
saying it's a
Do your
bad thing.
thing.
But it's
Right.
her thing.
Do
And
it.
she does it well. Her fan base loves it. And kudos to her. She did it again, right? Um, I thought the whole video concept, I really like the fact that videos are really like coming up in quality again. Like what we're
Yes, it
with our
has some
generation.
meaning to it.
Yes,
Right.
and I thought it was super cool to have Cardi B all pregnant out. We all know she was pregnant, so she ain't had the pregnancy like she did with the Normani video, which is really cute. That wow, ooh, now see that's a song I like.
That is a song for you.
Okay, that wow by Normani, ooh wait, okay, I was like, okay, sis, okay. Choreography, everything, all that stuff. But I'm just saying, Normani's more my speed when it comes to music videos and songs like that.
I'm
I
kind of ready
like
to have
how
Lizzo.
Agreed.
trying to stick. She's trying to stick with what she knew and grew up with, and I pray that this album comes out from her and it sticks to all that. But we're talking about Lizzo now. So Lizzo has always been a writer for the big gal, and I love how she's always had big girl dancers and everything. So I mean, I didn't expect anything less from her video. Unfortunately, people are trying to get at her for the obvious, and when I say that, yes, she hasn't lost weight, so things haven't changed. I've even heard some people saying that they didn't like that they saw Cardi B's pregnant belly. What's wrong with? I
Wow.
don't understand what the issue would be with that either. But um, I think maybe like a day or two after, Lizzo had a video and she was actually crying because of all the backlash. And you know, um, what I feel about that, I feel like it's real easy to say she needs to try to ignore that or focus on the positive, but we don't know
Right.
what it is just yet to have a whole lot of negativity, waves of negativity come to you and not
Mhm.
exactly know how to deal with that. And I personally feel that Lizzo is not exact. She loves herself, yes, but as far as um loving herself
It's
enough to
hard being the
be
voice of the big people when you're all by yourself sometimes.
all by yourself sometimes, but thank God she
Right.
has
All
Cardi B
by
to cut people out for her. That's what we all need, a good Cardi B in our lives that will stand up for you. But that's exactly what she did. Um Gosh, go ahead, Jonathan. What do you think about all of this? I know it's a lot.
I personally love the way that Lizzo carries herself, and I look up to her for that. I personally do not, listen to her music, but I think she is a great role model, and she's
Okay,
also,
shut up.
I'm just keeping it real, but I love her energy, and I love what she brings to the music industry. And, I commend her for doing the best that she can. And she's also being open and she's being real and she's being honest with the way that she's dealing with the things that she is dealing with as it concerns her new video
Agree.
and of course her weight and things that are going on. So I just say, Lizzo, keep doing your thing. And I feel as though her being open about her feelings um, makes her fans feel like they know her even better, makes them
Hmm,
feel like they're even closer to her because she is being real, and that's what people appreciate. And I think that's what people gravitate towards. People that they feel that they can see on an everyday basis, or that they can see, they're not just, on the high and mighty and they think that they're better than everybody else. They have feelings as well, and they are human as well, and they're going to show that. And I really appreciate that about Lizzo.
hmm. Mike.
Let me just tell you, not working for the past month. I'm looking at computer screen. These lights here are like blinding me today. I'm sorry to keep rubbing my eyes, but it's like so bright. But yes, Lizzo. I think I'm like the rest of you guys. Like, it's not my type of music, but I love her energy. Like, her energy is off the meter. It's not just a show. It's a performance when she's on stage and does music videos. And I do applaud her because I know it takes a lot to be that person, that example that people look up to, knowing that everybody is not a size two. You can be cute and be a size 15, 16, 20, 25, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can still be cute. So I applaud her. And I know it's when you get those negative comments, I mean, you can act like it doesn't affect you,
Okay.
but sometimes when you never have a good day every day, and sometimes when you're down and read those comments, it just brings you in a worse place. But I think she should not look at the comments anymore. Maybe she just do it and then that's it. Put it out there and don't look at the comments. Um,
Question.
but I think that she had to cry. But the video, when I first heard the song, I'm like, ugh, just another Lizzo song. But once I watched the video and then the music together, I like, okay, I love the concept of the video, of the songs, like rumors, just stating rumors that people have said about her in the music, and she's not even declining the rumors, or she's not even saying it's true or not. So I love the song. Now that I'm listening to it, but that's usually how her music happens to me. I don't like it in the beginning, but in the end,
It's,
I
it's
like
all
it
right.
in the end. Yes, I like in the end. Like, she has parts that I like. I don't
And,
know if
and,
I'll be going to a Lizzo concert, but I do will maybe listen to the song once or twice.
one thing
Right.
that we give to Lizzo is her flowers for, because like just think about it. You remember "Good as Hell," that song,
Yes.
that was on everybody's movie, on everybody's television show, on everybody's a commercial. So her work sounded off for her so that she could be in these big
Yes.
arenas. It
She's
was
in
her
her
Exactly.
lane.
music. Absolutely.
Right. And that's
Yeah,
another thing
That's
that I
not a bad thing.
appreciate.
I mean, she's in her
no,
lane. Like, Kelly Rowland is in her lane too, solo.
say that. Because, okay, how a lane that I would put Lizzo in is more of the poppy area, more the current
Yes,
poppiness going on
definitely.
Right.
this time. And we are a group of people that's not exactly subscribed to the poppiness of the moment. Though I do still I like that Harry Styles watermelon sugar. Oh
Don't
Lord.
know it. Don't never heard of it.
You mean Harry?
Watermelon high.
You mean Harry Styles from
Watermelon
One
Harry
sugar
Direction?
Styles, yeah,
high.
from One
Oh
Direction.
wow.
Yo,
Watermelon
that
sugar.
song is
But
Watermelon
funky.
sugar.
you know, you'll be surprised who you think listens to certain kind of music, but when they play, I'm like, well, you know that. I was in the bar and this guy thugged out. I know he smoked, probably still dope and everything. He played. Oh, He played what's his old Frank Sinatra on the jukebox the
Wow.
other day and was playing
Wow.
it. And I'm like, hey, how did you know that? I don't even know that. I mean, I know that Frank Sinatra song. I mean, I don't a fan, so I don't know none of his music. But he was playing it and was
Right.
singing it word from word, and I'm like, really?
Let me tell you something. That's what
Mm.
grandmas do for you.
Right. They put you on the good stuff. They
Okay?
put
I
you
know
on
some
to the
Frank
good stuff.
Sinatra.
They let you know it's real. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
blue
we are
eyes.
all very yes.
I forgot to mention in the briefing. This is another good thing. The movie with J Hud playing Aretha Franklin. It
Did y'all
came
see?
out. Did y'all see that?
I did not
Not,
know.
not the movie wins at the bottom. Y'all didn't see it. It was saying that people were saying that they were hearing her saying three theaters down. Oh my god! I forgot to mention that to you guys. I was but when they said that, I was laughing so hard.
Wow.
Y'all terrible. Just terrible. Just
Let me
terrible.
tell you something. That woman got a powerful voice. I only yell because I'm sure it's true.
Yeah, yes, I know it's true.
Look here. Dream Girls. Heavy, heavy.
Ooh,
Tell you
ugh,
something. She does have a very powerful voice, and I would not
I
be
love her.
surprised if that was the case. But you know what? I haven't heard anything too negative. That's really the only thing I've been hearing. The only other thing that I've heard from that is that is that whole movie theaters are hearing her voice
yes.
throughout other movies.
Yes.
So
If she
hey,
was on, I'm sorry, Lizzo. I guess she was nice to talking again. That's Lizzo. I'm so sorry, but you're not our thing, girl. You're just not our thing.
and you know what? That's okay.
It is. It's definitely
That's
okay. You're not going to be able to
okay.
please everyone, and that's
Yes,
something that you have to, really realize before you get out there. Everybody's not going to be happy with the product that you
correct.
put out.
And
But
you
she has a
certainly
big
have
fan
your
base,
own.
so she's getting that money.
Oh, okay. You all right.
Right.
You all right. You know what messes me up? I think I might have said this the last time we talked about Lizzo. Believe it or not, we've talked about Lizzo twice. But she was eating like dark berries and stuff on her TikTok channel or whatever.
Uh huh.
And people were saying that, oh, you're falling under the patriarchy of the system, and they're trying to make you lose weight, try to forget who you are. Like, girl,
Wow.
oh, she said, all I'm trying to do is be healthy. Can I be healthy?
Yeah, it's like damn if I
Right. Can't
do,
you do
damn if
what
I
you want to do?
don't. Right.
Exactly. And it's like,
Would y'all rather her be sitting up eating a whole bag of Lay's?
I think that's what they want
Is
her
that
to
what
be
y'all
I don't
want?
care
doing.
what you eat, to be honest, but I think people,
I mean, once you stop, you
but
can't.
Once you pop,
I
you
think
can't
the
stop.
people will say, it'd be the people who say lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, but then when you eat healthy, that's when it's like, oh, you kind of just, not, it's like she can never please anybody.
You
And
changing.
she won't be able to though. And
She won't be able to.
so many people
Just do a
have
Beyonce and don't talk about it. Get your coin and move on.
Hey,
exactly.
that's what
Right.
Adele did.
Child.
Adele lost weight.
Exactly.
Whole
She
transformation.
got married, had a baby, got a divorce, and all that. Child.
Whole transformation.
And now I'm
Right.
more to the
Did
think to that out loud.
Don't you say that.
Monique did a transformation too.
Monique. You talking about the comedian?
Monique was, I like Monique. I still hate that she's blackballed, but I like Monique. I think everything she's been saying is so true. She just spoke
Oh
up.
yeah,
Unlike the
she's
people who,
What she's saying is true
yeah
with this
yeah
whole daddy thing.
yeah, that from her husband and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a whole nother
In
subject.
my
But
opinion,
I feel like people do what they want to do. I mean, you gonna do that? Maybe she.
but I believe in my heart of hearts, the main issue is the fact that her husband is her manager and is a manager that doesn't have any experience in managing. And there are people that know this business that are telling her that this man is sandbagging you.
Or do you just, or
Right.
maybe he's doing the right thing and she just won't shut up?
Yeah. Having your spouse be your manager is something that rarely works well. One
I couldn't do
example
it.
that I know of, I know Tony Braxton's ex-husband used to be her manager, and they were together for quite a long time. But things got to where they got to, and you know, they couldn't separate the two. So, that's just kind of what happens. Now, that's not to say that Tony Braxton's ex-husband was on the level of Monique's husband is now. That's not to
because
say that
he
they were
was
having the same issues.
because because Tony Braxton's ex-husband was in the business in mint condition. He could say that
Right.
he's done something. Monique's husband that's currently in the business, his first client is Monique.
Monique.
Right.
Mm,
Okay.
Kiki Wyatt.
Kiki Wyatt, yeah, she divorced her husband that was also her manager.
Yeah.
I
Well, he
was
probably couldn't deal with that thing with all them kids. He was
like,
only there for half the kids, and that's just another bunch. Kiki
No,
White needs to be popping them out. I mean, girl,
we can't
I,
include Tamar on that.
Tamar, how can we not include
Tam-
Tamar? That's another
yeah, she
situation.
was. Her music has not been good since Vince. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh
Vince made
wow.
her put up those. The first two albums were the best two albums of her life. After she divorced Vince and put those other things out, I'm like, girl, goodbye. It went downhill. Now I think they got divorced for a reason,
Right.
which they should have. But just she can't say that Vince ain't never did nothing for her.
Oh,
'Cause
he did
Vince
something.
put her on them charts. He knew he was doing.
Oh,
But
child.
Tamar's mouth. I think she's doing better now with her mouth. She's under construction, in other words. That's what she says. But
That's but that's until she gets on another show where she used her mouth and they forget what that was. It's like
Right.
you know
Mm-hmm.
the only reason right now that not people some people do have a bad taste in their mouth for Tamar right now, but it's like you can't really
she's
go
good
back.
TV, but they might want to deal with the backside of it.
She's about to do they're bringing back the Surreal Life, and she has
That's
been
the real
casted
life.
Surreal Life. Do you remember when Flavor Flav and what's her face got together, the big tall white
Bridget
New,
Nielsen.
Bridget Nielsen? Yes,
okay, yeah, I remember that
Yeah.
show that I didn't watch that long. Yes.
that's the Surreal Life. They're bringing it back from the dead, and Tamar is going to be on it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I did.
something that I'm not looking forward to. I did see the list of people that were on there, but I forgot like all of them. But it wasn't to the point to where like it made me want to watch it. I will not be watching this real life.
I did
That
watch. What's that show with the something brother,
Big
Big
Brother.
Brother.
Big Brother because of Tamar and Candy. I did watch that show. I didn't know anybody else in that show but Tamar and Candy, and I did like it. Tamar the
And
extra. We
Tamar
know
did
she's
a
gonna
good
be
job.
extra,
Yeah, and
and
Tamar
she
did a good
won.
job. Yeah, and she won.
yeah, she won.
So I don't, that was an all right situation. I pray the best for Tamar. I pray she continue to grow and find out what it is to
Yeah,
be an adult and handle adult situations in an adult way. But I know
I
it's
think she's
Right.
difficult.
doing better now. We'll see.
We can only hope. And I believe, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I just believe it's just a symptom of being babied literally all her life. She's the
That's
youngest,
definitely what it is.
Exactly.
Yes,
and Mama, she still treats all the other sisters like they're 12 years old. So it's like
it's not
no
what
one,
mothers do.
not all mothers, because my mama treats me like an adult.
Well, my mom goes in between. She picks and chooses when she wants to treat me like an adult.
Wait. No, she treated you like an adult until it came to this vaccine.
Okay,
You get
Well, I took the
vaccine.
vaccine from my mother. Oh, it's my Janet Johnson. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
she did put her foot down with that, but you know what?
Right.
Anywho, did you guys know that R. Kelly has a new case going on?
Mhm.
Is it in New York, or did you have the audio for that, Tyrone?
Um, yeah,
It
give
is
me.
in it is in New York. I believe it's in Brooklyn specifically. I think that's where the trial is being held.
And this is for
Yeah,
the one for the boys this time.
I think so.
I think so. I see some of the charges that have been brought up.
Okay.
against him. One count of racketeering is one of the charges. Kidnapping is another charge. Sexual exploitation of a child is a charge. Forced labor is a charge. Bribery is another charge. And lastly, man act violations. M
What?
A N N.
Oh, it's a specific
Man
act
act
Yeah.
violation.
violations.
I know what
Okay.
this means. What does repertory mean? Never mind. What is
Uh,
repertory?
racketeering.
I'm not laughing at the repertory. What? Yeah. What does that mean?
Racketeering is a bit of hiding your money
Hmm.
Mm.
and shuffling that around in places.
I
It's
don't know if
in.
I'm making any comments on this situation. I think I'm gonna stay quiet.
You say what? Now?
well,
Jonathan, get up my head.
well, it sounds like in the opening statements, from what I saw the news clippings. It seems like the defense is trying to kind of like, kind of say yes, he kind of did it, but he didn't do it. It seems like they're kind of confused about what their defense is going to be, because R. Kelly's defense team was actually changed last month. His
Mm.
lawyer was interviewed on CBS this morning with Gayle King this morning, and he was starting to kind of say what he thinks the defense team will go with. But to me, I think that there was really no way out for R. Kelly at this point, with all the evidence that is going to be brought up against him. I know one of the Jane Does took the stand today, and she was actually a part of the surviving R. Kelly uh, uh, uh,
Series.
series that took place
That
on
was good.
Lifetime, and she was explaining how she met him. She did admit that she lied to R. Kelly about her age, initially saying that she was 19 when she was initially, I think, 15 or 16. But he did eventually find out before they had sexual relations that she was underage, and he then moved forward with having sexual relations with her.
Are
But
you guys raising your hand
I
at the bottom?
personally, oh yeah, yeah. So Tyrone, what is it that you
I
what is
want
it that you
to
have
give
to
you the
say?
actual definition. Racketeering is the act of acquiring a business through illegal activities, operating a business with illegally derived income, or using a business to commit illegal acts.
Wow. And I have the what is a man act violation.
MANN act.
It's a federal offense, and it's basically you being involved with the transportation of an individual for the purposes of prostitution or any sexual activity.
Oh, so when
That would include.
he was taking women from state to state. I know that they were talking about that in the news clipping that I saw. He was taking them across state lines, and that isn't a criminal offense.
Yeah, it
Mm.
includes kidnapping, coercion, child pornography, child prostitution, and
Mm,
all
mm,
that
mm.
stuff.
All the bad stuff
So
that
he's
you
been
should
hit
be
with
doing.
that. I don't have many words for this. The words that I do have available for this moment is, whatever happens, happens. Whatever he catches, catches. You know what I'm saying? He had King Jesus in his ear a long time ago, and he know he was doing wrong, but he decided to do what he did. So, you're going to pay the piper. You're going to do what you have to do. Regardless, either you're going to pay on the front end or the back end. He's clearly paying on the back end on this situation. And, hey, he's going to be in court again, and I do believe personally that he will have more years added upon his charges. I do not believe he's going to get out of jail anytime soon, and to be honest, I hope it is that way, because um children, in my opinion, are the worst victims, because and I mean adults get affected as well, but I truly feel for the people that were under the age of 18. This is what you grew up with. This is what you know. making money by having hot sexual relations with grown men.
Yeah,
I don't, there's nothing you can pay. You must be paying for the therapy. I don't know what's going on, but he needs to pay, and his days are continuously coming, and I don't believe this is the only um this is the last time he's going to be in court. This is certainly not the
No,
last time he's going to be in the court.
it is
No,
definitely.
this is
He still got
the
Atlanta to deal with.
right. He's got this is a federal case that he's currently going through. I believe there's a case in Chicago that is pending. I'm not sure about the Atlanta one, but I do know for sure that there's a case in Chicago that is pending against him after this federal case is
I
done
don't
and
know
over
why I
with.
feel so bad for him. I just feel so not like saying that I would want him to. He
Yeah,
deserves.
I wish
I
I
just feel bad. I think it's just another man that just been corrupt by the system. Not saying what he did is an excuse, but because he was, I feel like you got off one time before a long time ago. That should have been your warning to just stop everything that you were doing. And you
got
continue to
off.
do it. So you thought you
Exactly.
were above the law now. So it's like I
See
can't
that
even feel bad for whatever comes to you. But I don't know why I feel bad for him.
because
It
you're
feel
a
like everybody's
human
against. Yeah, I
being.
mean he's a child. So I
it's the
mean,
humanity.
Is you're a human being, and yes, he got his chance. God
hmm
bought him out one good time,
one
but
good time after he had
it's
somebody,
hard.
but the lady testified against him, which happened to be true.
Mm-hmm.
You had a
I,
whole video
Right.
out there defending your brother, and you knew everybody knew that was you.
Everybody.
Yeah, like for me personally, Mike, I sort of kind of felt the same way while I was watching Surviving R. Kelly.
Yeah, I had to
Um,
stop. It was so
and
depressing. Man. Ooh.
I felt that way slightly because, he was sexually abused as a child.
Yes.
hmm
And I know that had to be something that probably still affects him to this day.
Correct.
And also the fact that to a certain point, I don't think that he saw anything wrong with it. But once you realize that this is not a good thing and this is something that you can go to jail for and that is against the law, then that's when that goes out the window.
You should
Me
have let
trying
it.
starting to feel sorry for you for because ignorance of the law is not an excuse to break the law.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he was 27 when he married Aaliyah at 15. So you know, it, in a way, I kind of feel bad for him, but at the same time, as a 27-year-old man, you do know at that point that it is illegal to have sexual relations with someone who is underage. Um,
Yeah.
but again, the man doesn't know how to read. He doesn't know how to write. Technically, I mean, he writes songs, so maybe he just sings them out. I don't know what his writing
I
process
don't.
is. But in a way, I do feel somewhat sorry for him as well because if he's found guilty, the possible sentence for his current case is 5 years to life. And so with him being, I believe, in his 50s, if he is found guilty, it seems like he might not be getting out of
Die in
jail.
prison.
I
Oh.
feel like this. If you hide it, you're doing wrong. He hid the marriage.
Yeah.
He hid these women. The only, in my opinion, the only reason why he did not, the only reason why, in my opinion, that he did not hide some of it from the music community is because they were doing the same things. So, you know, he
And
hid it
I
from
feel
the
like
rest
the
of what he was doing.
the parents, I don't think they're as blind are not knowledgeable of what's going on. Also, I feel like
I
Yes.
well, based off of Survivor R. Kelly, the story is he said he can help her get a career. He's a multi-platinum winning,
does that
not
mean
just
you have your daughter
dominating,
stay with him
winning.
overnight?
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if I was a
Here's my
parent, that wouldn't you can help, but I'm gonna be at every
You
studio
clout
session
chasing.
during the day and nighttime. Then we're going home to our home.
Yeah.
Then we come
If
back.
you're
We're
clout
not gonna live
chasing,
with you.
you when you're clout chasing, you just give
But I think there should
everything.
be some responsibility there too, because
Yes, they do
they
need
wasn't
a
stupid.
parent absolutely need to take
I
responsibility
wish my
of
fifth
their part
I
in
wish my
this.
15-year-old would think that it would be okay to be up in some studio with some 37-year-old man
Alone.
alone.
Mm-mm. Not
No,
happening.
okay, let me just take it back. Now I'm getting like, okay, what about Kelly Rowland? She did go live with the nose
But that was a mother
at
and
what
father,
step?
and
Okay,
they
so
have
it's
another
different
child
then.
too.
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
coming
okay,
into
there's
a
other
family.
children coming in that
That's a
situation.
whole
okay.
family.
Right.
The
I just want to make
solo
sure that we,
child.
I'm trying to get both sides. People, people want to say something in the
Yeah.
comments.
Well, I
You,
mean,
okay, but
you
and
know what I'm
then
saying?
think about it because they certainly have Miss Tina there, and
Mm-hmm.
you can
Right.
see by
Mm-hmm.
the way Miss Tina operates to this day.
She
To
does
this
not
She
day.
play
don't make
with
no
that.
mess.
To this
Okay.
Okay.
day.
Not from
To
that
this
tech,
But
no, no, ma'am.
None, none of that foolishness, and even to the point where she had both Beyonce and Solange in therapy so that they can understand that they're sisters and not to be, um, you know, challenging each other. Their sisters is supposed to
Hmm.
uplift rather than trying to go against. Like, that's a great mother.
Yeah.
So
right.
yeah,
And
I do understand where you're going, Mike. It could have been a bad
Mm-hmm.
situation, but not this
Yeah.
right.
time.
I just,
I was going to
mm,
say I absolutely agree with Mike concerning the parents. I don't know if the parents truthfully came fully forward
of
during
course not.
surviving R. Kelly and gave the full spectrum of what happened.
They
I do
didn't.
believe that they lacked slightly because how do you get to a point to where your underage child is with R. Kelly for a year and you don't see that child for a year? Like,
And I'll talk to
the,
him.
right, exactly, and not even talk to her. Like, there comes a point to where you have given up on your child. Not to say that they have given up on their child, but it seems like their dream for their child got in the way of protecting their child. That's what I wanted to say. So,
I believe the protection
No,
part
the
came in too late.
It came too
yeah,
late.
The protection
it
part
came
came
too
too
late.
late. Oh no, they've
Right.
been over there for a year or two. But oh, maybe, oh no, I don't.
Yeah, so
I,
now we can do something. No, now we can call the media. Now we can, girl. You haven't seen your child in a year. Where have you been in
yeah,
the
I think
in
this
the
is
in the
some
months
question.
leading up to this?
At
So
some
Then
point you were complicit. I think the only person that I really believe was like bamboozled was from the surviving R. Kelly, the girl that actually ran away, and during the whole production actually was met up with
the
her
gay
mother.
girl.
Yeah, that the gay girl that got pregnant within 2 years of being back with her mother. That girl.
yeah. Also, I do believe that Sparkle was bamboozled as well. I watched Sparkle's. Oh, okay.
She wasn't
Okay.
bamboozled, but she did
She was
testify
in
against him the
denial.
first time. Said that was her niece. She did say that was her niece.
She
I
was
mean,
in
she did.
Denial.
denial.
Because
I agree with that.
the relationship that you have with somebody, you may know that something foul is going on over there, and you saw this and you saw that and everything,
Oh
but you
yeah,
bring your niece in here because of the relationship that I have with R. Kelly, there's no way he's going to put hands on her.
But then
yeah,
you
Right.
and you know you have heard some things, and these people talk. You know you heard. I wouldn't let my niece. If my niece gonna be in a sleep, I'm gonna sit there right there with her.
right.
It
Yeah,
was
I don't
like
know.
that
I
at
just
first.
It
That's how
was
she
like that.
explained
That's
it.
how she lacked stuff. And
well,
old girl just started popping up on her own over there.
like I don't know. I still feel like
Uh, that
people do a lot of things behind their parents' back, but you still go home to your parents every day. I don't see how you just don't see your child for a whole year and you know where he was located at R. Kelly house. I don't understand that. But whatever R. Kelly gets, I can't feel bad about that because he did what he did. He did it multiple times for multiple people,
Multiple
and he did it with men and women. So,
and
well,
women,
not men and women, girl and guy, girls and boys,
girls and
little
boys.
girls and boys that was not grown and had the capacity to
uh,
say this is not right.
brief
Right.
comparison: Cosby versus Kelly.
Child,
Well,
They're
Cosby
both
drugged
in the
grown
same
women,
boat. And
but I don't feel like all the girls were drugged either. I don't feel like I feel like it was R. Kelly. It was Bill Cosby. Oh, I'm going to that hotel room. He's a
Okay.
rich black man.
Okay.
I'm gonna get some of that, and I'm
Okay.
gonna sit there on 20 years from now that he drugged me. I
Basically.
don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think all the cases that against him are true. That's just my opinion.
Well,
I don't believe. I
I
don't.
believe
You were
there
there.
are
You know what
some.
happened.
There's certainly some.
something happened.
Certain. Certain.
Certain
Some
Right.
things
Something
happened,
happened.
happen.
but
But
Well, you go to a hotel room. What do you expect? I mean, I'm not saying
it's
he drugged you and he drugged you. Like, I'm not saying that that was right, but I'm just saying we all as people have to have some kind of form of common sense. Okay. I know that if
Hmm.
I go to anybody's hotel room who's an executive producer or something, I want this job. You could be a celebrity. I don't even know you. If I'm going to your hotel room and he tells me to do anything, I have to do it because it's you who you are. Like, I'm going to
okay.
do it if I want to, but I can't. Now, the drug part, if you don't have to drug me to, I don't want to seem
Well,
like I'm easy, but you don't have to drug me to be with certain
I'm just
people.
saying it's never fair.
man. That's,
Like
Okay.
T.I. Tiny, and you don't have to drug me to do anything with y'all, okay? But I don't know. I'm just gonna say that.
yikes.
But I will say, for the R. Kellys or whatever, this is just my opinion. Y'all don't have to go with me. But to be honest, I think that's part of the reason why they held back Aaliyah's stuff for so long
Mm,
because
Because R.
of
Kelly, he did all the work, man.
not all of it, no, just for the first album, but for all the guilt that they might have had for the way that her life went. I think that's why they
Mm.
held back her music because of what they let happen to her with R. Kelly.
But at this point, I mean, I
Well,
understand that too. But we're not even thinking about R. Kelly when about Ali at this point now. Like
Right.
that girl is long gone, and we love the
But
music, and we just miss her music.
her
But
parents, her family, her uncle, those the ones that's guilty.
well, I
yeah,
know
but
for
I,
you got fans up there. Your fans don't even think about that. That's an internal thing for them. But let your fans get the
yeah,
music.
And that's what they held it and
but
held that music as well. That's why I think that's the only reason
I
why we just getting this stuff.
I think it is also a legal issue
Yeah.
where for her estate there was a cool down period for her masters recordings.
Was it 10, 15 years?
It's possible. It is very much possible
Child.
based on
But what these
the
ladies
original
gone? What they
agreement
want?
that
What
they
they
had.
want?
I mean, there's agreements with the record labels.
Hmm.
There's agreements with the original publishers. There's
Because
agreements with the writers that
they
have to expire for all that
I like
stuff
that.
control.
I
I
think they
get
can
it.
just write a note and just let stuff go because I mean, what you can't put nothing else out.
Kelly,
But
put your finger right
Black
here,
Ground
Kelly.
Records, I think it's still Black Ground Records or whoever
it
had it.
is.
They're
Yeah.
It
they're
is the
not
Black
only
Brown record.
releasing, thank you. They're not only releasing, the Aaliyah stuff, but it's not including the R. Kelly stuff, the ones that's with R. Kelly. Just everything after the very first
Oh,
album that had At Your Best and all that
Hmm.
stuff. But they're also letting go releasing the Timberland and Magoo stuff
Nice.
and
Hmm.
some other albums from other artists that were on there. So it's not just Aaliyah that they're releasing, but it's other
oh,
stuff.
it's gonna
'Cause
be other stuff. Okay,
I was on Spotify
Right.
looking for Up Jumps to Boogie like forever ago. And from that release showing that they're about to release the Timberland Magoo, I'm like, oh, so that's why I can't find it nowhere.
Right. Along with Timberland and Magoo, they're also releasing, I think, a Tank album that
Yes,
is
I
not
saw
on
that.
streaming platforms, and
Mhm.
also Tony Braxton's Libra album that is not on
I
streaming
saw
platforms.
that.
Those are the other
Okay.
two
I
Yeah.
forgot
albums that
about
they
that
released.
album.
That was a cute one.
I forgot about that album. Wow.
But let us move on. We just certainly getting in our bags. We always keep on talking about how we ain't gonna reach an hour to the lies that we
Ah,
tell ourselves.
already through that
Anywho,
20 minutes now.
okay, so no, it's
coming up
we-
on 40
coming up on 40.
minutes.
So let's see what was the next
I
thing
think we got
because
20 minutes left.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
20 minutes left. Okay, so we talked
The
about
Rona.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the Rona
And
and
Mike's
on Mike's trip. Okay, so this is the biggest thing. If you guys are trying to go on a cruise, Mike just got off a cruise in this whole pandemic, this panorama, uh,
Pandemic.
this panorama ding
Panorama
dong.
pandemic.
Yes, this pandemic,
This
this panorama,
this
this COVID
panorama.
19 slash Delta variants.
Okay, shoot.
The invisible.
So,
So, like,
yes,
what stuff did you have to go through? Start off at the flight, please.
the very beginning. Okay, so I'm vaccinated. So the cruise I chose was. Can you stop? Oh, my dog is jumping on me. I'm vaccinated, and so cruise.
The doggy done he knocked out the mic.
Oh Lord.
That's it. We still can't hear you.
We lost Mike.
We can't
Mike.
hear you, Mike.
We lost your mic, Mike.
And it looked like he can hear us too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
It's a doggy dog world over there.
That's what dogs.
Ooh.
That's what dogs do to you.
But I'm
They love on you so hard they knock out your mic.
how did that happen? Anywho,
Shoot, I ain't no telling y'all.
you're right. But let's just quickly talk about COVID while he's getting back in here.
Yeah.
So as you guys may already know, if you haven't looked at our previous videos, actually all of us are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and
Yes, we are.
we made that happen. I do encourage everybody else to do it because the lies that are out there about it are just weird. Oh, here goes Mike.
There he
There
is.
you are. Okay.
I had a call come in, and then the phone just went away. I was like, "What?" Okay,
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah, let me make it snappy. So I'm vaccinated, and I went on a Carnival Cruise, which the cruise is only 5% non-vaccinated. So if you're not vaccinated, you have to get like an exempt form from Carnival. They have to approve you, and you have to get tested before and after the cruise, only for non-vaccinated people. So my flight, I went on Delta flight, had a nice flight. You had to wear a mask the time in the airport and also in the plane. Um, the flight was the best flight I've ever been on. Actually, it was a smooth flight. Got there in like 2 hours. Rode a bus from the airport to the terminal. It was like an hour. Got on the boat. You had to wear a mask. They sent the email 2 days prior to the cruise saying you have to wear a mask in all the common areas, like the elevator, the shows, the clubs, anywhere where there's going to be a lot of people. You have to wear a mask. That's what the email said. Just keep that in mind. That's what the email said. And also, when you're going at embarkation, you have to wear a mask also. So, getting up the bus and getting into the embarkation, they definitely said in the email also social distance. So starting in the very beginning, before you even touched the ship, we already failed because there was no social distancing, okay, at all.
Oh,
We did have our mask. We did have our mask on. Everybody did wear a mask, but we were like just on each other. Like if I did like this, I would be hitting the person in front of me and the person behind me. If I like anything could have happened, and they would have been touching each other. But we did wear a mask at this point. It was the line was long in embarkation, but not long like it was before post COVID. So it took maybe around 30 minutes from the time I got off the bus to on the ship, which is quick if you've ever been on a
That is,
cruise before.
yes, that's
Yes.
fast.
Um, on the boat, when you get on the boat, this is when everything that was said to do went in one ear and into somebody's trash can because after that, it was like to me, the only thing that you would have noticed that was different on a cruise ship is that the people who work there wear masks 24/7,
Mm-hmm.
and that's about it. Um,
Okay.
Just the
so,
workers.
and there's less people also. It's less people on the ship because you can go to anything like any bar, any food station, and usually post COVID you have to wait in line for like 15 minutes before you can get your
You mean
drink, or you can
pre-COVID?
go.
COVID.
post-COVID. I mean, pre-COVID. I'm sorry, pre-COVID. You can do that, and you have to wait 15 minutes before you get your drink or anything. During COVID, it's less people, and you can go right up to the station and get your drink. You don't have to wait no time at all. So that
Right.
was a difference that I like. But the clubs, I feel like the first day people kind of was hesitant. People came in with their mask on, but as the time they started drinking, the music started
Uh-huh.
getting good. The mask it came off. They was hanging on one ear. Then it just started losing the pocket. Like, both. We're not. We're gonna take
Man,
a risk. So, and the club, we was like on the stage, like we was getting it, and I was like, oh my god. I was sitting at the bar one time. And I was like, this is so dangerous. Then I stood up and the music was getting good, and my body just started working its way to the dance floor too, and I'm in the middle of it.
Okay.
So so now I'm like, mm, then you have older people who are like, that is dangerous. You know, they put this on twice, but
Okay.
majority of the cruise, it was no mask being worn in the common areas. The elevators, yes, I've never seen an elevator without a mask on. Or people had their shirt over their nose, but that was it. That was it. The
Oh,
buffet, everybody's touching the utensils and everything. It's no gloves, like it's no glove there.
I thought
can
that they would at least serve the food for the simple fact that they wouldn't want everybody to be that's part of the reason why people get sick on cruises, period. It is known that people get sick on cruises whether there's COVID out there in them streets or not. So
Yes,
turn
yes. One more change I noticed also, which
push
is
the floor.
the if you're a gambler in the boat, usually the gambling is always on the fifth floor, and they have a
Mhm.
smoking and non-smoking section. Well, now they move a non. It's still on the fifth floor, but they also made another area on the fourth floor for only non-smoking. It's like no smoking at
I
all on
heard
the
about
fourth
that.
floor. But I never went to that one because I want to be amongst everybody. So
Yep.
I still went to the fifth floor, the casino on the fifth floor, which was smoking and non-smoking, but of course with cigarette smoke, it floats everywhere, so it was still smelling like cigarette smoke everywhere. Then they had machines where this machine was non-smoking, but the one right next to me with the cigarette, almost in my area, is
Wow.
smoking. So the smoke is like really traveling over here to me. But overall, the pools were full. The pools were full. The jacuzzis were full. It was. I had fun, but if I on a scale of 1 to 10 on how safe I felt, being that it was all vaccinated cruise, I felt 75% safe. The other 35% was like, I still know you can get it. It doesn't protect you from getting it.
Yeah.
And I don't know anybody who got sick, but I do know in the news people are getting sick on Carnival and well, all the ships actually
All
right
the
now.
ships, yeah.
So yeah,
Some worse
but
than others.
some worse than others. But um, it wasn't a bad cruise. I had fun in Cozumel, and also Cozumel is in Mexico. You can just throw the mask. When you wear the mask in the taxi cab, but everywhere else you can. It's like it never existed.
Like COVID
Oh,
never was.
they didn't
It's
make
Right.
you wear the Cosmere, huh?
I
It is not
didn't. They didn't make
anymore.
you wear it. It said wear it, but
No one's enforcing
when
it.
when no one was. I don't think even the bartenders wasn't even wearing a mask. I don't think in Cozumel. I was a
Wow.
little. My vision was a little blurry in Cozumel for some reason. I was throwing
Ah,
back, but
you throwing it back,
That fresh
sir.
I was
tequila.
that fresh
Tequila.
tequila. Yes,
Child.
Lord.
That fresh
But
tequila.
yeah, it
Don't
was
tell nobody I've
definitely
had it before.
hmm. Then also in my room, I went
Tequila.
on this for everybody who likes Carnival. I went on Carnival Breeze, which is a nice ship. I had room 7223. If you are immune to I'm sorry, if you're sensitive to any noise, do not book that room. Okay?
You right
I was
What?
over the
there.
Okay.
theater. I was over the theater.
Yeah. You right there.
Every song, hand clap, voice, I mean everything you could hear.
No.
The bass.
Wow.
Do not
That is
book.
terrible.
Yes, the room was booked under a TBA when to be announced. So I didn't know what room
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
getting until I actually like did my thing later on. Then I said, okay, yeah, that's fine. I did a solo cruise. So it was a cheaper price because I booked it so late. But
Yeah, of course.
the room was horrible. But I'm not sensitive to noise because once I get a little buzz, and I can go sleep anyway. But yeah,
Right.
it was horrible. Yes, Dan.
I have a quick question. Hi, my name is Jennifer.
The cruise
Yes, ma'am.
perfection.
So, okay, I'm fascinated by. First of all, it's really cool that you were comfortable enough to actually go on a cruise on your own.
Can you hear
That's
me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, but you
I
can't
can
see
hear
me.
you.
Okay, okay. A call came in, then it hung up. I'm like, no, no. And I have
Okay,
it on Do
here's
Not Disturb, but I guess it didn't work.
whatever. But my only well, first of all, congratulations for traveling solo. That's just awesome. I know a lot of people wish they had the cojones to do that. Um, but so with the whole process, like when you got your room, what's the solo prices like? How does that work?
So it's really not a solo. I wouldn't say with Carnival. It's really not a solo price, I guess you can say. I think because I booked it 2 weeks prior to them leaving, it
Hmm.
probably okay, my back. I'm sorry.
I can
I don't
hear
know why
you.
this call keep coming in. Um,
You
Popular.
good?
so I had a deal which was like I believe the deal was um I can't remember the deal. It was a deal that I had because I'm a cruiser. So I did the
Yeah.
deal and I was telling them I was only one person in the room. The whole entire room was like $515 for all
Okay.
together. Usually a cruise, you're paying that for one person, the other person's like pay the same
Yeah.
thing. So
Hmm.
I
Right.
say it was a solo deal because I was only one person and that price you cannot beat.
You
But
can't.
I do
Well,
know, yeah, I've been on my mother cruises all the time and I know I went on a cruise before COVID happened and her room was only $200. So I think and she went with two people, so they only had to pay $100 each. But I
of
think it's
course.
just a deal they had. Yeah, so my room bike took like $500 something dollars, and I think it's because I booked it late, and then I had a good deal. I guess I don't know, but Carnival
That's
doesn't really have solo deals. But I think if you just keep looking, and you probably will
what you
find something for sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah,
I'm okay. Go ahead.
What kind of room did you have?
it was an
Inside?
interior room, inside cabin.
Yeah.
This is my first one in a while actually, but I do love. I think I slept so late in these rooms and so often because it's dark. When you put the door to the lights off, it's dark
On.
whenever. Usually I get
Mm,
like usually I get a ocean view, and the
Yeah,
light shines through regardless if it's light outside or whatever. But I feel like I slept so good in this room.
telling
And
you.
I didn't want to get up for
yeah.
breakfast. I didn't want to get to the boat because it was dark the entire time. Dark. But hey, when I came back from Cozumel, I was already drunk when I came back from Cozumel. But I slept. I came back maybe like 2:15. I didn't get the room till the next day.
Come
I
on.
was I
Wow.
slept the whole entire time.
But
Oh
Yeah,
let me
shit!
tell
I'm the
you.
same way. I like my rooms to be dark, especially if
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
doing anything. I'm just watching the TV or just watching my
mm,
tablet. All lights off.
just
Oh
I
yeah,
was
Um,
like
nervous that I was like, okay, I hope the Raws don't feel like they coming in on me because I do get a balcony, not balcony, but a ocean view. But no,
no,
I'm never not going to not get it. I love interior rooms now. I'm still going to try to get my other ones, but
yeah.
it was a cheaper one at the time, but solo, so that's what I got.
For me and Tyrone, we've had an interior room once.
Hmm.
And that's exactly why we're not going to do it again. We will sleep literally the whole
oh,
cruise.
Yes, because
And
it's
I
hey,
mean,
so
the
hey,
sleep is marvelous. It's wonderful.
what
wonderful.
time
It's just
is
like
it?
you're night.
It's dinner
It don't
time.
even. If you don't look at your watch, you would not know because
It's dinner
it
Right.
was
time.
Already?
that room was pitch black,
You
and
got
that's
to
how I
turn off
like when
all
I
the
sleep.
alarms.
Oh
Turn the
hell
alarms
no!
on because that
Yes,
sleep, because it gets pitch black. You would think that you'd get like some kind of light
something
coming in from the
Nothing.
under the
hallway.
door, nothing.
Yes.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Nothing. And I was
Nothing.
telling my friend, I was like,
Nothing.
when I usually get like an ocean view, I'm getting up every day for breakfast on time by myself, not
Yeah.
with no alarm clock. This time my alarm clock was going off. I'm like, snooze,
Okay.
snooze.
Because it's another thing when that sunlight hit through. But
Yeah,
see,
that ceiling you know is up. You know you got to get up,
me and
but
Tyrone, we have to have balconies because
I can do an ocean view now,
I can, but I'd rather
but
have a
balcony,
balcony. We like to sit out there and listen to the ocean and stuff.
and if I can be graphic for 1 second,
Go
this is
ahead,
the
be graphic.
first time. No, this is my sixth cruise now.
Hmm.
This is my very first time
oh,
I
you can
heard
do a
someone
cruise.
having sex next door.
What?
Yes,
What?
this is my first
All
time
right.
that I ever had heard someone,
And,
a white couple. You know they was what it was sounding like, but I was like, oh my god, and they were like out, and they was loud, and I'm like, did they not know? I mean, guess they didn't care, but they were supposed to
Exactly.
go on a cruise. But this is my first time ever hearing them have do the
I,
whoopee.
I don't think
But
I've
but
ever
shoot,
heard
you
anybody.
heard whole shows and people clapping behind up under you
Yeah,
too.
that's
Oh,
true.
well,
Right.
that's true too. But that's a show. That's what a band, people singing with a mic. I wasn't
God.
expecting to hear next door.
Clap, everybody. Clap, clap, clap your hands.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
Praise God.
Just
But
There you
oh,
hey
go.
Stevie.
Stevie.
Stevie over there
Aw, he's
making
so
all that
cute.
But
runs.
Oh
we
child.
y'all
He
keep
missed you.
everybody keep your eyes open. This COVID is certainly out here in these streets.
Lambda variant.
People are
Yes. Be
certainly
safe, please.
people
Mm.
are certainly in the hospitals, and there are people just crying out, wishing that their loved ones had taken the vaccine. There's people talking about trying to get the vaccine as they have the COVID, but
Cannot.
you can't do
You
that.
cannot do that. Yeah.
I've seen a
Right.
mother
And
that lost her child to COVID, wishing that she would have made him get it, and also asking everyone that came to the funeral to get this vaccine because, yes, it does not keep you from getting the COVID-19 virus or any variant, but it will help
Keep
make sure that you don't pass
not
away
the
from
worst strain.
it. Exactly.
And
right.
also help you
And
not passing it to
also
somebody else too.
Yes.
And also, in a lot of school districts around the nation, there are mask mandates out there. However, some do not. So, whether your school district has a mask mandate or not, make sure your child is wearing a mask. I know that it seems unreasonable because they are children, especially if they're in elementary school, to have a mask on all day. But it is
Right.
imperative, since they cannot be vaccinated yet, it is imperative that your children be masked up every
Yes.
single day.
And I just feel so bad for the kids now going to school right
Yeah.
now, last year and this year, because doing online school, virtual school, I knew for me that wasn't gonna work for me if I was in high school, or that could not have worked
It
for me
wouldn't work for
because
me either.
No.
yeah, by the time lunch came, I'm asleep at this time now at my home. And then now you're back in the school, but you're a mask the entire day. I just could not imagine going to school
Yeah.
right now. And I just feel so bad for the kids because I know they really didn't learn anything last year being virtual. They couldn't have.
And
People
what's
didn't learn. People didn't learn in the schools. I know they didn't learn outside school.
oh wait. And then
It's a
there's
different learning
also
experience.
Yes,
also
I
the
feel
fact
bad.
that if a percentage of a classroom gets the virus, then everybody has to go into quarantine.
Yep. This is happening here in Atlanta.
Some schools are already going into quarantine and they've only been in school for like
A
1 to 2
week.
weeks.
Well,
Right? Yeah.
school has only
Last
been
week.
started. Yeah, and it's been a shooting at Orangeburg High School already.
Yeah. Yesterday there was a shooting. Three
Yes.
There was a
children
couple
were
fights the other day here in Atlanta. It
were
was like
shot.
15 fights in one school.
Let me tell you something. I really think I'm gonna put my child in a private school or something because it's so much going on. You
It's
want your
probably so
children.
expensive now though for private school, especially right
You,
now during COVID. I mean, oof,
you
See,
better off
it's
Right.
homeschool.
But
that's why I'm doing this stuff right here. I'm trying to make this money. You know what I mean?
right. But again, everybody make sure you get vaccinated. But it seems like we're
yes.
running out of time here, you guys. So thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Once again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Make sure you leave a comment and also click the notification bell. Follow us on our social medias. Mike, go ahead and shout out your social medias.
Mr. Real 121 for Twitter and also Instagram is right at the bottom of the screen. Mr. Real 121.
All right, Jennifer and Tyrone, please set out your social medias.
I'm J Star Bright, star with two R's, Bright. And for Tyrone,
You can find me at Mr. TD McCullum everywhere.
All
Everywhere.
right. All right, y'all. And you guys can follow me on Instagram. You guys can follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_3020. So we will see you guys again next Thursday. Same time, same place, same faces. I hope you guys have a
Yes.
wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Say bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
bye.